Welcome, everybody. Welcome to this now annual Best in BLGL that we have here over at Femmes React. We have some of the most wonderful, distinguished, just high class, smart too, individuals, and who are just top of the line people, and also they like moisturize and smell good. People from the GL industry. But what I'm going to do is, because I'm all about people stuff, please tell us who you are, what you're doing. Also, let me get some of your socials and what you're like reacting to. But then also the one question that you didn't get before. What are you watching right now that you are all about? So that's in your introduction. So like, if you just, because that's going to be something, if you're watching right now, it's something you just finished as like within January, whatever, but that way people can get to know you if they haven't known you before. I don't know how, because y'all are
Hello, my name is Jordi C. I'm a BL content creator, reactor, and I also do analysis and commentary. I also have a podcast called BL Coded, where we dive deeper into BL and queer media. What I'm watching right now that's taking up my entire brain space is Me and Thee. I thought I really thought I was gonna be like, this is corny, but it's corny in a good way, and I'm like living for every moment of it. So I'm excited. I haven't gotten to the finale yet, so no spoilers. But you know, that's and Pond. Hey, if you happen to stumble upon this, hey.
Right.
Okay, Shaqii.
Hello, everybody. My name is Shaqii. Well, yes, my name is Shaqii. Yes. I'm a BLGL connoisseur of many forms and flavors. I am online on YouTube predominantly. I've done so many different things when it comes to this BL gigging on. We're talking podcasts, we're talking live events, we're talking a bunch of stuff, but majority of the time I am on YouTube. What are we watching right now that has consumed my entire life? I will agree with Jordi. Me and T has had me. You know, I love it. It's such a funny series. Yeah, it's just had my entire everything every week. That's really just been getting me excited to get through my week. So yeah, that's me.
Hi, I'm Topher. I am a professional homosexual and BL reactor, content creator of sorts and things. Social media, I don't know. I'm everywhere. I got 7,000 different handles, some variation of my name, and maybe official, some places not official, other places. I don't know. Links might be in the description. It's not important. And what series am I actively watching now? I'm offended by the question because DC knows I'm constantly in the middle of at least 45 series at any given time. So the nerve of you to just pop this on me right now.
Which one has the chokehold on you? Just one that you're just like, oh, this is like, I may finish this in June of 2007.
Again, I'm actively in the middle of 45. No. Well, actually, hold on. Before I say that, let me get a count on this spreadsheet. I'm actively in the middle of 68 series. I apologize.
We need one more because
right. He said loud and right.
Well, we might be starting Dinosaur Love sometime soon. So hey.
Tide of Love.
I heard there's lore on that. I heard there's lore.
Ain't that the series on like 27? No, okay.
But if I had to pick one from last year that I'm inclined to agree with Me and T, it was a very pleasant surprise. I did finish it yesterday, and it was very pleasant. I'm not no spoilers.
I haven't finished it either.
But in general, the overall series was a very pleasant surprise because, like Jordi, I came and I'm like, episode 1. I don't know. But then episode 2, I'm like, okay, I know what to expect. I'm here for the overtop Kearne telenovela. I'm like, okay, go ahead. Yes. So yes, I love that. And then I also finished binging Heated Rivalry today, which also made me happy for different reasons.
Okay.
Whoa. What is
Come on, special effects.
Yeah. That's pretty
If we didn't know, now we know.
right. Somebody likes heated rivalry.
You know, we were all blossoming in that series, weren't we?
Hi, I'm Alexa. I am one of the hosts of Lovecast, the BL podcast. We do, of course, a bi-weekly podcast where we talk about fandom, industry, series. We also do interviews with actors, directors, writers in the BL, GL scene. You can find us everywhere at Lovecast Podcast on socials. I am also really vibing me and T. I did just finish that. But to switch it up, I will say Burnout Syndrome is the other show that I'm watching right now that is really, I'm just really intrigued by the characters, and the aesthetic of everything is gorgeous. So that one is the other show that I think really has me in a chokehold right now.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Edison. If Topher is a professional homosexual, I'm an amateur homosexual.
The perfect use of practice.
I react on Femmes React with DC. We just do shows, and we also have a Patreon. We created this yearly recap end of BL series because, you know, BL is fun to talk about, and I want to get everyone's opinions on what they liked. Right now, BL is overwhelming me, so I'm using this as a way to get recommendations instead of being like, oh, this is the best. I'm like, what should I watch? Because there's too many to weed through right now. I'm watching The Boyfriend 2 on Netflix. It's very entertaining. I just love reality dating shows, living vicariously through people.
And last and definitely never, ever, ever least, Kieran.
Oh, DC never fails. Hi, everyone. No, they know why. Hi, everybody. If this is the first time you guys are seeing me, which is kind of crazy, but if it is, hi, my name is Kearne, or KP. I go by both. I'm a BL and GL reactor / content creator, whatever you want to call me. I'm in the BL and GL space. I do reactions on YouTube and Twitch. I also have a plethora of handles and fams, as you may or may not have known, but yeah, that's there for you guys to enjoy if you'd like. No thanks there. Me and Thee, obviously, as kind of like the consensus of the group, but if the show we're getting with really right now that I'm like, I want more, Dare You to Death. And I'm not just saying that because we literally just watched the current episode literally like an hour and a half ago as of recording, but they're doing their thing. The story is storying so far, but we may or may not be getting into that a little bit later, so let's put a pin in that.
And I am your MC for the evening, DC. I do reactions on YouTube and Patreon with Edison. And then also I watch things over on Twitch, and then with Twitch also on Wednesday nights, because usually the stream is really like crap. So then we have a pro come through on Wednesday night and with Kearne, do the K&D circus, down the GL, BL, anime. The one I'm going out of, because we've already talked about me and D and stuff like that. For me right now, one of the things that really got me in a chokehold is the summer that Hikaru died. The summer that Hikaru died. Okay, first of all, it's visually stunning. And then also it brings up these philosophies about what is life, mourning, and then also who is the value of human life. And it all asks all these philosophical things. And it's just, it's one of those shows that's just like, I don't normally do this, but I binge watch 3 episodes at a time. And then I just like, after those 3 episodes, I'm like, wow. So it's more of like, right now, it's just like more BL adjacent. But once again, like BL is a big tent. And like it's been said, especially last year, there was like over like 200 BLs or something like that properly. And that was just BLs. but then also we include GLs. And I always want to say this, GLs, there were so many GLs last year that I couldn't even watch them all. And which is a good thing. I like it that, okay, we're having more and more GLs. We're not just getting one or two, and we're getting long form GLs instead of like short stories ones. So that's why we need people from all across the spectrum to let us know what are your top stuff that you're looking at. So we're going to go on with the first category. The big one out the gate. I want to know, what are your top 3 series, BL or GL? And I'm going to start off with Alexa.
Okay. I knew I had a feeling I was going to be called on first.
Wow.
Is that good or bad?
Either way, I'm fine. I'm fine going first. I can start us off. My top 3 shows. I'm glad that you mentioned GL, because actually the number 3 show that I have on my top 3 shows of 2025 was Clarabelle, which was the prison GL that was created by Mai Devika and her husband, Ter. This show, visually, like cinematography, was one of the most beautiful shows I have ever seen. The camera work was amazing. The way it was shot was amazing. They built like this entire prison set for the show. Like they put so much into it. And I just really love the characters. I really loved the character of Claire, especially. I really connected with her and her story, her sacrifice for her family, which they get into a lot in the show, but it is a bit spoilery. And yeah, I just think in terms of GL, I honestly think it's probably my favorite GL I've watched to date. I was just so blown away by everything that went into it. The acting was incredible for a cast that, especially for the leads, Maple and Pengji, this was the first role for both of them. So going into a show that is so emotionally heavy, physically heavy, there's a lot of violence in the show, which is a bit of a trigger warning if that's something, you know, you struggle with. Yeah, that show just really blew me out of the water. It was one of my most anticipated. I was looking forward to it from the pilot trailer. So I was just really excited that it held up and met my expectations and honestly exceeded them. So I would recommend this show to everyone. Of course, it is about prison, so there are triggers to be mindful of. It can get pretty dark at points, pretty heavy at points. But if you're looking for something that is really poignant, then I think Clarabelle is a great GL to lock into. Okay, my number 2, we're going to the complete opposite end of the spectrum. My number 2 show for last year was Your Sky, the series. Very, very much opposite end of the spectrum. I always have like a really fluffy show, usually a really more on the cutesy side of things show that nestles itself in my heart and usually ends up in my top 5. And Your Sky was that show for me this year. I was very much, obviously I've watched Demundi shows, like I'm familiar with the older generation, Xenanu, Max Nat, all that stuff. But I think this show really introduced me to the newer actors, the younger actors in Demundi, really got me excited for some of their upcoming projects. And it's just a show that whenever I go back to it, it makes me feel very warm in my heart. And with the kind of year 2025 was, for a lot of reasons, I really valued a show like that. So Your Sky was my number 2. It was my comfort show of 2025. And then my number 1, I don't think this is going to be surprising to anyone who might know me or know Lovecast. Chemjira was my top show of last year. Yeah, I mean, I've said this show is just, to me, it's a masterpiece in terms of production, in terms of story. I was really blown away by everything Demundi put into it. I think it was a really good showing of what Demundi can do when all of their stuff is in the right place. They had the budget, they had the script, they had a cast that was really dedicated to the roles. And I mean, Kang as Kearne, our titular shaman, was to die for. The entire cast was to die for. Kayla and I actually talked about this show yesterday when we were recording something else. And I tried so hard to think of like criticisms for that show. And I'm sure they're out there if I really think about it. But it's really like, nothing comes to mind for me. Like for me, that was almost a perfect show for me. So for that reason, it was my number one show of 2025.
Great. Topher, what
I
are your
follow that?
Yeah, I know. It's such a thoughtful. That's why Alexa was first, because she wanted to give a thoughtful thought out.
I was like, I don't know how much to say or not say.
No, you can keep going. This is the thing.
It was very eloquent. I was like,
I know. Everybody to say like how they are and who you are. Don't bring yourself to this.
Well, when I was coming up with my list last week, I was out of town with shows, so I couldn't do any recording, but I had my laptop with me. I was like, okay, let me try and prep for this. Let me see what it is I watched. Cause like I watched a lot of things last year, and I just went through my YouTube. I went through my Patreon. I went through my Twitch. I went through everything. And last year I watched, not completed, but I watched 127 series in some capacity. So whether that was me completing them, starting them, continuing them from whatever, I touched 127 series. So I was like, okay, there's a lot of things that I did last year, and I don't remember every detail about things that I watched. But when I was going through and like giving the ones that I did complete a score, I remember the feeling that the series gave me in general. So it's like, even if I can't remember the overall details, I remember what feeling the series left me with. And that's how I ended up with my ranking.
Yeah.
I've already been told that these are only series from 2025. So that knocked out like 2/3 of my list, because I'm
Waterboy does not count.
Yes. Because there were some things that were like higher up on my list than my top 3, but they were not from 2025. So I'm like, okay, I had to knock that out. And then DC told me that I could not include Me and T because it finished this year. Rude and disrespectful. So I can't have that.
Gotta change that now.
Oh my goodness.
And I was uncertain. I was uncertain if I could include Heated Rivalry, because I'm like, it's in the, the queer space, but is it proper BL, GL?
That's the debate that's going on.
Yeah. So I will make that an honorable mention.
Yeah.
Honorable mention. It was in my top 3. But in third place, I'm going with Kill to Love, which is a Chinese BL, Chinese costume drama. Without giving any spoilers, the thing that really sealed it for me, because I finished watching it yesterday or the day before. A lot of complaints I have with some BL, especially in the Thai BL space, where it's very ship-centric. And whenever I'm watching a series, I'm like, okay, well, this is the main ship. This is the ship that the company is selling me. So I know, regardless of what issues we're going through, they're going to end up together in the end. We're going to. So there's this level of predictability that sometimes comes with a lot of the BL that I end up consuming. And one of the things with that series is I didn't know how the series was going to end. I had no idea. Am I going to get a happy ending? Is anyone going to be alive? I don't know. But that sort of like uncertainty is refreshing for me. And I'm like, I literally did not know what to expect. And then we got into like the last 3-4 episodes. I'm like, oh, hold on. We still have 4 episodes left. What? So like there were just so many pleasant surprises. And then the finale, the final episode was just like the last 10 minutes. That last 10 minutes just visuals, soundtrack, everything. I'm just like, work. It is what I imagine. Because there have been, China in the last year has, crossed the threshold properly into the BL world. They've been throwing their hat in with various different series. And I've seen a couple different costume dramas that are, proper BL now that haven't really done it for me. This is what I imagine, like if I were to get a special episode modern day of Untamed or Word of Honor, those classic, like untouchable God level Chinese bromances from back in the day. If we were to get a modern day special episode without the censorship, that's what I felt like this series was for me. So I cannot sing its praises enough. In second place, I had Gel Boys because it was short, sweet, but I just loved. I watched that with Edison DC. I loved the feelings it made me feel. I loved the conversations that it brought about. There was so much substance and so many flawed characters in this. Like, I remember starting out like, ooh, I don't like you. Ooh. And then 3 episodes later, I'm like, you make sense to me now. Okay. I don't like what you did, but I'll forgive you. Give you a hug. Like, there was so much just substance to that series, so much for me to chew on. I'm like, oh, this is how you do it. And like, yes, it was, high school. I think they were in high school, university. I don't remember. They were young. They were kids, whatever. But there was just something fresh about the energy, the aesthetic. I loved all the graphic nature in the post-production, all the colors, and normalizing getting your nails done. Please, people, get your nails done. It's fun. It's good. Like, there was just so much in that series. I was like, this just feels good. It feels refreshing. And then in my top spot, which when I did my rankings and I sorted by ranking, this ended up at the top. I'm like, yeah, checks out. I had Shine because I just really loved that series. I'm always happy to have Oppo back on my screen. That is a beautiful brown man, and I love having that man on my screen. But aside from that, like, similar to what I was saying with Kill to Love, where, typical like BL ship culture, like, okay, I know that these ships are together, so they're going to end up happy together in the end. That series, I did not know. We got halfway through and I'm like, I don't know. Like, I imagine these two might end up together, but I'm like, I don't know. And then I got these people over here. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen to anybody. Everyone is expendable right now. And this is exciting. And just like, I had so many, I had so many feelings. It was just juicy. It was just yes. It's like, I don't remember all the specific details, but I remember the feeling that the series gave me. And yeah, I loved it. I loved it. Makes me happy. If I could include B&T, it would be in there too. But DC said I'm not allowed to, so I'll see how much. No,
yeah, right. You will see us next year. Addison, what is your top 3?
I didn't watch as much as everybody else. So my top 1 and 2, and then my third was up for grabs. But I settled on my number 3 being When It Rains, It Pours, the Japanese BL. It's a bit scandalous, but that's why it's so fun. There's 2 characters. One sends an email to the other accidentally, and then he confides in the other character about his lackluster sex life, and that's what they bond over. And they also know each other in real life, but they don't know they're secretly talking over email. And just the build-up of tension to the ultimate was very like, it was very gripping. And then when they finally did it, it felt very palpable, like the cheating. So it was
the cheating.
It was just really, really juicy, like having these boys just not have known the touch of another person for so long. When I was ranking it, I was just going by memorability and what I felt during that time. And yes, the build-up was quite exciting. Number 2, I have Chosen Home. So we reacted to this together just recently on the Patreon. Chosen Home is in my number 2 because I don't know if it's like necessarily strictly in BL category. It just it was just very queer. It was very beautiful. It had lots of beautiful messages. And I think the synthesis of the show is about resilience and how to be joyfully resilient and find community and still make change through small actions despite having society not understand or be against you. So there were a lot of really lovely, poignant messages throughout the whole thing. The romance wasn't necessarily like a centerpiece, but it was more about how to live in a fulfilling way in your circumstances. So I really enjoyed that, and the messages and all the shenanigans and the humor and the characters and the personalities. And then number one, for me was Gel Boys. As a phenomena, as a creative force, it just blew me away with how genius everything was. Like the styling, the creative choices, direction. You can just tell that there is an exceptional talent behind the team. And I think I was just blown away with how much work was put into it and how, I don't know, like it just felt so electric and magical and young and fresh. And the storylines were so relatable as well. And so, yes, that for me, soundtrack, visuals, storyline, it just was the pick for me this year. And it was inspiring. It was kind of like live a bit more, you know, be a bit more flashy, do things, stuff. Be a chill boy.
And have you done stuff?
No.
Okay.
I bought more clothes. That's what I did.
That stuff?
That's the thing. Next, we're going to move down to, if he's already changed it around, Kearne.
Oh God. Yes, I did have to change my answer. Thank you very much.
Oh my goodness.
Cause yeah, so if Me and Thee is technically not part of 2025, I will give it my honorable mention, because I mean,
Come back next year.
okay, right back here, whatever it is, let's go, because I'm gonna say that's already in there. But yeah, like, do I need to say the kind of cultural impact that Me and Thee already has? Because the amount of references that people are already making, and like who's making those references is crazy to me. It even reached Korea, out of all places. Like, what are these K-pop idols doing, like, with this content, which I'm like all here for. So that's my honorable mention. Me and Thee, because I guess it's not part of 2025. So
Thanks.
what is part of 2025 though, because I was literally just going to check. So this is not in any particular order, but I will say things that have already been said. So part of my top 3 is Claire Bell. Shaqii and I had a time reacting to the series. Like, we were gagged, we were gooped, we were all sorts of feelings, because we were definitely rooting for some, not rooting others, but getting our entire life with it. And just the story and setting, everything, the entire package was just chef's kiss overall. And Mabel and Pangjie, y'all killed it. I mean, everybody in the cast killed it. And y'all, if y'all have not seen it, obviously y'all should check it out, because obviously they did that set from scratch, which not a lot of companies do. And Queen Davika, do I need to say anything else? Queen, we need to bow down. We need to bow down. And we gave our flowers and our standing ovations at the very end, because we had to, because it was that series for us. So Claire Bell is definitely one of my top 3. And because I had to change it up for Me and Thee, I'm going to add in, just switch it out, Your Sky. Because if y'all don't know, I love my cutesy series. Like, I think if you were to describe me as a BL series, I'd definitely say I'm definitely more of a cutesy person. Like, yeah, give me my drama, but I'm not all about that 100%. So I love the feeling that Your Sky gave me. Definitely a lot of like secondhand embarrassment. Cause I was like, are they really doing what they're doing right now? But you know, it's all in good fun. It's all in good entertainment. It's one of those shows that is just very much unserious, but it touched on some pretty kind of heavy topics in a way, because, you know, not everybody is perfect. Not everybody's going to have like this la-di-da life. And, you know, they got to figure it out. And the way that Thomas and Kong and, like Alexa said, the newer generation of Delmundi, they showed their colors through this cast. And that got me more excited for the rest of their series, like Duong with You and and things like that. So I am excited to get with more of these things, especially after Your Sky. And my third series, again, Love Me My QC series. I don't know if it's going to be in any one of your guys's, but mine is Boys in Love.
I will mention
surprise,
it later.
surprise!
I will mention it later.
Periods. Yeah, Boys in Love was my series, y'all. When I was reacting to this, every single week I'm like, can it be the next week already? I need it's in my life. Like, I don't know how I felt before I had Boys in Love, and now I'm like, when am I gonna rewatch this? I love this series with all my heart. And yes, again, very much cutesy, very much unserious, but I love them. I'm just like, oh, I need to protect them with all my heart. And I will definitely come back to this series throughout this chat. So that we're definitely, like I said, pinning that on it, because I will be mentioning Boys in Love again. And don't be sick of me, but definitely Boys in Love is my love for 2025. And as long with Claire Bell and Your Sky. Honorable mention, me and V. Thanks, DC.
Wow.
Co-signed.
That seems.
Anybody else want to add on?
That seems a little pointed right there.
My tone seems a little pointed right now.
I'm attacking the poor house. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Leave him alone.
Well,
I'm just playing. I'm playing.
Well, all right. So we'll move along now.
Next.
Jordi.
Okay.
Jordi, what are your top three?
I haven't been able to watch a lot of series this year as well, but there are a few that stuck out to me. I'm glad Kearne mentioned Boys in Love, because that's my number 3. I wouldn't say I'm a high school BL hater, but I just felt like I grew out of, watching those. And Boys in Love gave me the same feeling that My School President gave me. And I thought, like, oh, My School President, that's a one in a decade type of thing, And then Boys in Love came around and I was like, oh,
Twice.
Let's not forget Potty Pang.
Right. Because me, Shaqii, and Alyssa reacted to it. And at first you could ask them, I was like, I don't know. Yeah, I might sit this one out. But then I watched it, I was like, oh. I think I came in episode 2, if I'm not mistaken. Because I watched episode 1 and I was like, can I hop in that reaction?
No, you were in it from F1 until
really. Oh, okay. Because it was eating, but it just made me feel like really nice. I do like really cutesy series. I think I kind of go from one extreme to the other. It either has to be really cutesy or like, I don't know, people got to be dying in the streets or something. But like, I just
no in between.
No in between. But it just made me feel so good. And it came at a time where there was just a lot going on in the world. And it's just like, here are these, new GMMTV actors, and they're just really putting their all in this series. So yeah, Boys in Love, that's number 3. It's funny, my number 2, it's funny that DC has it, but Petrichor is if my number 1 wasn't my number 1, Petrichor would be my number 1. It already attracted me because Petrichor is probably one of my favorite natural scents.
This is why I'm glad you came, because we need to say everything that I'm about to say. Where you been, twin? Where you been, twin?
I love the smell of Petrichor. It brings up so many nostalgic feelings from my childhood. So I was already pulled in from that. And I think that Charlotte and Eunfa did an amazing job playing their characters. Tun and I think it was Tun and Ran. The chemistry between the two felt very genuine and very I was almost like, hey, are y'all dating in real life? I don't know. It's giving. It's when you get those, people who just really vibe with each other. That's how I feel. And of course, I love the drama. I love their balance between the romance between Ran and Tun, but also that they focused on the like main plot of the series, which was the killings and everything. I love that they didn't stray too far away from that. So yeah, that's my number 2. Number 1 is definitely going to be Shine. I am a huge like history buff. So when I was watching Shine, I was thinking about like the hippie trail and, you know, how that affected the moon landing and how that crossed like from the US all the way to Thailand and things like it was so full of history and kind of really important things that affected the Thai culture that I was like in it. Of course, Appo and Appo.
You need a minute?
Yeah, just a minute. Appo and Mile, like, I'm glad those two got back together, and I'm glad that they were able to do another series together because it was looking kind of dark for a minute. I did enjoy that series a lot. It definitely resonated with me when it comes to learning about history and being able to pick out the references that they made throughout that series. So. And production was amazing. Also, literally, even the new Beyond Cloud actors did an amazing job. I think that Beyond Cloud is one of those companies that when they put out a series, they make sure it's highly impactful. And so, which is, I think, why they don't put out like a lot of series, you know, throughout the year. But I really enjoyed them. But yeah, honorable mention, Minty. Okay, thank you. Even though I haven't finished it yet, but I already know.
Is that going to be the running joke?
Right.
This is
All right.
So,
They're going to hear about it on Wednesday again.
I know I'm going to hear about it on Wednesday. So, Shaqii, let me get your top 3 and just let me know where Sausage and Hearts feel.
No. Oh. Shaqii, you have to talk about it.
The way I forgot about that show.
You got to talk
oh,
about
you
it.
know, maybe that's a sign.
Oh my God.
Wait. Okay, since you talked about me and DC, the Muppet. Here, rewatch Sausage and Hearts. Okay. Point of the show where at one point one of the actors or the characters says, "Talk dirty to me." I'm like, oh God, here they go. He started talking dirty for me. He said, "You were so disgusting. You are." I'm like, what is going on?
So I need to finish this
like a sewer. You smell. You're like a pot mark.
Listen, I am happy I'm watching this to somebody else because I will be talking so much shit. So thank you. Anyway, we're here. So top 3 for me goes like this. Number 3, I give it to Clear Bill. You guys have mentioned, I feel like I don't need to really say much about it because you've really touched on every single thing about it. Cinematography, story, actresses, 8. There. Number 2, the second on the list for me will be Shine as well too. You know when you see a show and you go in because it's the actors you're watching it for? That's how I was originally going in because got a chance to physically see them. They were talking about the series and then they were really hyping it up. And you get in and it's like, yo, now I understand why there's so much hype around this, you know? Storyline, cinematography, so many good things were already said about it, so I don't want to rehash because basically my vibes are the exact same about that series. Also, again, with the addition of new actors on Beyond Cloud's roster, it honestly killed it. I can't talk highly enough about Peter.
Oh, Peter. Yeah.
T8. Absolutely. Hopefully we see a little more of him in 2026 trailer. But anyway, in regards to my last, I was kind of juggling with what would be my number 1 because there's been so many hits, yeah, but there was also a lot of misses. And I went off a feeling like you did, Topher, for your choices. And I landed on Kim Jara. And Kendra, there's something about it that was just healing to me. I don't know if it was the intro. It was the intro. What am I talking about? But no, overall, seeing Kang and them paying, this is their first series together, and absolutely tore it up and leaving no crumbs. Like, come on. Like, for your first one at the gate, love that for both of you. And also the side characters as well, too, that played a really good role playing their roles. I liked it. It was well done. And I don't really do the whole jumpy, scary stuff. I don't. I need someone with me, know me, to hold my hand and I do stuff like that. But when I really got in, I really, really enjoyed it. So definitely had to be number one for me. Absolutely. And that's me.
Well, for me, my top three are, and this is just from what I watch. My third one, and this is just for me, and these are all probably just based on what I like, because Chinese BLs, for some reason, were just hitting it this year. And I think the reason they were hitting is because they started being officially, they're Chinese BLs, but they had seen, oh, this one is done in Singapore, or this one. So they've gotten away from Maine. A sketchy job. It is a
oh my god,
it is like, this is what I say. For me, I like BLs that are short, no wasted space. They have chemistry. They got it. And I liked it because I watched that more than once this year. And I'm not a rewatcher. I know some people, I've seen this I've seen it like about twice by myself. Made Kearne watch it. I just making
it was good.
So it was just like I just felt it from the moment, and it was just small, and it was just independent. I was just like, oh, this is what Chinese BL can be. And following to my second one, that's already been mentioned. Actually, all of them. The top two have been mentioned. Kill to Love. Kill to Love, for me, it's like, this is what the Chinese BL drama could be. Like, because I was going into it, I didn't expect a kiss. I'm sorry, dude. Spoiler alert. But, they did something like, touch each other. You didn't even
show ankle.
I didn't even be like, I see. I was preparing myself. I was like, you see, they did that, and so that means this, and they really doing that. They really doing that. And it was a series that their episodes were like an hour 10 or whatever. But even though they had long series, I had to speed run the ending because I wanted to know what happened. Like, I didn't even care. Like, normally I'm like, no, what we going to do, we going to finish this tonight. And the ending did something to me because I was satisfied with that ending, even though it wasn't like how we think it is in BL and stuff like that. But I not only was it satisfied, it was freaking beautiful. It was a beautiful ending. And it was just like, and then also that made me realize that it also affected which other shows I watch. And I was like, I like this type of ending. I like these type of shows. I like this. And, I could be out about it. And my number one, Petrichor. And there is so many reasons, just like it's been said. Petrichor, when it was called Petrichor, I was like, I love the smell because I born and raised in DC, and during the summer, it's so hot and humid. Mm-hmm. And then we get every summer, most of the summer evenings, we get thunderstorms that come through. And that earthy smell after the thunderstorms is just, oh my goodness. I love that smell. So I was locked in. And I always say there's two types of series. There's series in which you have a story in which you have the romance, which is driving the story and everything. You have, it's all about the couple and stuff like that. But this one was the other one where they have a story that they're telling. And the romance is sprinkled in and doing that. But you had people who were good at their job. Like they had a job and they were paying and they were doing this.
Was there an HR department?
What do you mean?
There was like
Asking for too much, sorry.
there was a coroner who looked at Debbie who knew science, police officers and stuff like that. And I didn't know what was going to happen until the end. And that ending fucked me up. And I was just like, it also is my number one spot because it ended in January. And I found myself all through this year looking at series and being like, this could be like Patrick Core. This could be, I know that's when something affected me because I'm like Mystique in the Mirror. I like the show. I've read the book, but I was like, this show could be like Patrick Core if it did tweak and stuff like that. And so it was the ruler for how storytelling is done for me in 2025. And I just like the way it could have been worse, but I mean, it was so good. So that's the only reason why it took my number one spot. And it's GL.
I gotta finish Petrichor is what I'm hearing.
What?
Petrichor is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
Petrichor is all right. It's all right.
It's all right.
It was all right.
All that right.
An honorable mention for me and TDC.
It's not done. I still have it. It's not done in my heart. It's not done. If me and T gets the honorable mention, then Dare You to Death has to get an honorable mention. Stuff like that. But let's go into our second category: best main couple, best main ship, best two people. Let's start off with Topher and Wide Mouth and Alpo. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, I had two, but then I was informed that I had to be stuff from 2025, so I had to remove Kuhei and Tai Chi from I Hear the Sunspot because I watched that this year, but technically that's 2024, but I love them, so honorable mention.
What is time? It's relevant. Go ahead.
But yes, Trin and Tanwa from Shine are on my list because they were everything I needed. Like I said when I was talking about Shine, like the series presented the characters in such a way where it's like, I don't know if they are going to end up together or not. And honestly, by the time we got to the last episode, I'm like, I am fine with either outcome. You have written them into such a good way that I'm like, I'm fine if you smash them together. I'm fine if you say they need to go their own ways. Like on their own, they were like fully realized characters that had their own independent lives outside of I'm this one's boyfriend and I'm that one's boyfriend. So, but then we brought them together and there was a lot of emotional exploration that was done. There was a lot of healing that needed to be done and that was done. And yes, I love them. Also, Appo. Appo was there. But I also did honorable mention Sean and Xiaopeng from See Your Love. I loved that series. That
was that 2025?
That was 2025. I checked.
Oh my god.
I loved them. And honestly, See Your Love was in the like second chunk because there were like a number of series when I was in my ranking that all got the same score. And it was like in the second chunk. So like it could have made it into the top 3 if one other thing got knocked out or moved around. Love them. And also I loved Armin and Tada from Reset.
They were so good.
And Peter Pan.
Don't even.
But yes, Trin and Tanwa shine. They are my top advocates.
Shaqii, I know you're
in
just
distress right now.
right. But
You mentioned his man.
right.
Or one of them.
But I know you. Should I come back to you? You're next. But
No, I'm good. You mentioned it. You mentioned it. Pod and Peter Pan take the cake. I mean, but I mean, I kind of was going between both. I was like, I did enjoy. Would they be considered side couple? I mean, because in Shine we really focused on Violet Apple, but it was also Sun and Euro.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going between both of those, but I just circled back to Pod and Peter Pan. They did such a good job in Reset the Series to me. You know, they kept the pace, and we got a chance to see how both actors really portrayed their characters well, to the point where it's like, dang, what are we doing after this? How are we doing after this? You know? So I really enjoyed Reset. If you have not watched that, please do that. What a good series. Love it.
Jordi.
Okay, so are we doing like the characters, the main like the characters, or the actors themselves?
Characters and like Miles and Apple, but it'd be like, oh, it's Shine, and seeing how they
okay.
So the main ship characters.
I would say probably Dan and Pim from the Wiki game. I did love their relationship and how it was just so rocky, like a good piece of the time, and then everything just clicked in. I like the emotion that Dan showed closer to the end of the series, and him kind of accepting his love for Pim, even though he knew Pim was involved in this crazy family feud. I don't even know if we can call it a family feud. That's a massive. But and him being able to see through all the haze and see that Pim, even though he was involved with a lot of what was going on, that Pim was a good person and that he was trying to change his life and change the way that he was approaching, you know, love with relatives, with family, with people. And just Paolo and Off-Road, just honestly, because their chemistry just extends so far off the screen, it's ridiculous. I think they just, it's kind of like an automatic. I feel like they could play any character and the chemistry would be amazing. I do want to like put an honorable mention about, because Topher mentioned I Hear the Sunspot. And I think that was probably one of my like hidden gems. I mean, we're not getting into that, but I have another hidden gem for that part, for that section of the video. But I thought that series was amazing, and I thought their chemistry was really good as well. And then side couple.
Not yet.
Hold it.
We ain't there yet. Hold on.
Suck it in. My bad. But yeah, Tan and Pim.
Kearne.
I am scared that I was gonna go next because we're doing characters, not actual ship names.
Oh, wait.
So
I mean, you can call them the ship. You can call them like,
I can.
Jimmy C in My Magic Prophecy. You know?
Oh, they were good though.
I'm sorry for messing up.
They were good though.
See, I just destroy everything. If they can't have it this year, maybe
Edison, you're hosting next year.
Okay. Man, a lot of my segment is just like, let's put a pin in it, because this thing I'm going to mention right now, we are going to revisit again later. So my favorite main ship is Mawin and from Mute Love, High by My Luck. The first Mute Love. So of course it's by C. Kearne. I don't know. For me personally, I related to both of them because I was very much a math nerd when I was young, and I still am young, so it wasn't that long ago. So
last week,
like,
right?
I ain't that much of a fetus, y'all. But honestly, and I'm not bragging here, all the math that they were doing in this series, I was like, I remember doing that. But again, we'll put a pin in that. But Mawin and their relationship together was very much like, very much, it's not enemies to lovers in the way. They were very much competitive. But their competitive spirit led them to each other, and just the support that they gave for each other, I was very much here for. And us, of course, seeing Kearne, they like did it for me. They portrayed Mawin and very, very well. And yeah, they just took the cake for me, at least. Like, I don't even know how else to describe it, but we will revisit Hi Bye My Luck in a little bit. So again, put a pin on that. Do not get tired of me saying that, y'all. Just put a pin in it. I swear we're gonna revisit it in a bit. There's a lot of pins we're gonna take off. So
right, okay, it's just all pinned up. Like this dress is getting ready to be sewn. Addison.
So my best main couple is a throuple, 2 husbands, 1 wife. The throuple from that show. They're my favorite relationship because each character is just super duper earnest in making their relationship valid and work in Japanese society. And they overcome so many obstacles just through sheer tenacity and positivity. And there's just something very endearing about how they faced discrimination or just like a fear of being judged. So I think just their attitude, I really like their attitude. It's not necessarily like the romance in a grand romantic way. It's more that they really committed to making their throuple a throuple instead of compromising on it. So they're my favorite relationship of 2025. And then for honorable mentions, it would be a shout out to I'm the Most Beautiful Counts, because the femme representation there was great. Like, I feel like, I don't know how many like super femme main characters we've had this year, but Prince was one of the more like unapologetically flamboyant, but still had a lot of depth characters out there. And then, Kosol, the other half, just was shirtless for half the show. So that really helps.
Thank you, Ping.
So it was just really nice seeing kind of like Ping be like, unabashedly into Prince in a way that was like, for lack of shame, especially, I don't know what era they're in, but like, yeah. And then, like, it's so weird because he's just like, I'm strong, I can kill anybody. And that's what makes the relationship work. Like, anybody discriminate against my boyfriend, anyone trying to kill my boyfriend. Oh, it doesn't, I don't think that's the storyline, but like, part of the appeal is his ability to kind of just defend. Another honorable mention to the second season of that show that I became the lead in a BL cup. I became the main lead in a BL. They had a season 2, and I just really like that couple. They're just cute people. So that's all.
Alexa.
Yes. So, DC, you mentioned Jimmy and C in my magic prophecy, and Into and Topher were the pairing that I had for favorite main couple, main relationship. I just think I've been a fan of Jimmy and C since Vice Versa. I've watched all of their projects, and I think the characters of Into and Topher and the relationship in that show was just the best showcase of their chemistry to date. It just was so natural. It was so engaging to watch. I loved, especially Jimmy as Topher. Like, I could talk about him in that role forever, but I just felt like watching them in these characters and the things that their characters were going through and the way the relationship progressed just really took their chemistry to another level for me. And I just have so much love for the relationship and the way they guided each other through trauma in different ways, trauma of loss, trauma of friendship betrayal. Like, there was so much to that relationship. And yeah, honestly, it really just comes back to me for that chemistry was some of the best I've seen in a long time. I think Jimmy and C really stepped it up for that role. And I know it's a role that they'd been fan casted in for a long time. So there was a lot of expectation there, I think. And I just really feel like watching them play those characters just took them to another level for me. And for that reason, I put them as my Into and Topher as my main relationship of 2025.
My best main couple was Style and Fidel. I said what I said.
Which one were they?
Style and Fidel.
That's her husband. Yes, go ahead.
Good morning, club. Period.
Go ahead. That's fine.
They were the main
Wow.
of that. And I don't really care what anybody else says. They were the main chip of Heart Killers.
I'm crying.
Period. Okay. And you know what? I'm glad to see them again in Dare You to Death. And then also they're going to come out with another one, CEO, something about a CEO or whatever. But
CEO or no, How to Survive Your CEO or something like that.
Yeah. And just I love that pair. It's like I didn't know I love that pairing until I saw the pairing and just the way they are just operating with each other and just how like I don't know. There's something about like the like I don't really like you. I'm just and then win him over with just being stupid, just being like
Annoying.
absolutely ridiculous. I don't like people. Well, okay, there are people. You're acting all cool to win you over and all this other kind of stuff. I don't need that. I need like just a ridiculous D&D playing, like nerd. Just give me that. So yeah, that's my main chip. There was only one chip. In the Heart Killers.
No one else existed.
No one else existed in the Heart Killers. That was it. That was it. I don't know which show y'all watched, but the one I watched.
I mean, there was the potential ship of like Camp's little brother and his school friend.
Oh yeah,
that's
true. That was.
Oh yeah.
But all right. So next, we're going to get to the best side ship or a character. Like it could be a side ship or just a character who stood out for you in that show. So, Shaqii. Or you know what? You.
Yeah. I have a good one. That changes things.
Right. So it could be like even that character doesn't have to be in a relationship. It could be just like, yeah.
Okay. So I'm going. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know if you were going.
I'm not sure. Okay. All right. Well, let me give it up to a side couple because at least I consider them side anyway. I could be wrong. But Kim and Mon from Boys
really, those are a main couple too. No, I'm just kidding. That's the only people I don't. Y'all,
I'm trying to keep quiet right now. I'm trying to keep quiet.
Y'all be like, oh, that's a shot ship. No, that was the only people I watched. That's the only people I saw in the show.
I volunteer to go next.
It's crazy because I found myself watching just to see what was going to happen with those two. You know? It's insane, but there was just something about it. Like, I need to just see where your characters go, especially with the complications with his mom being the principal of the school. And, you know, he was just trying to stay steadfast in his studies. But then you got this little coming in, just like, I like him. We're going to make this work somehow, some way. I thought it was so adorable. Let's see how it plays out. But because we're touching on just one particular character, okay, the name escapes me at the moment. I'm so sorry. I'm an old man. But the character that Peter plays in Shine, definitely stood out to me as well too, because you know, taking a stand against what was going on at the time, and so young, you know, so naive, but still wanting to make a difference. I really enjoy that a little bit. So that's mine. That's the ones I'll choose.
Was that Victor?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Victor.
There we go.
Victor is what's his name.
Karen, I saw you down there. What you want to say?
I was trying to hold my breath because that was my answer. Kim,
It's okay.
Kim Mon, Chokun Aston is definitely my favorite side ship of 2025 because, again, I was all over Boys in Love and I was also all over Kim Mon. Like, y'all, I would not shut up about Kim Mon. Every time they showed up on my screen, I'm like, okay, let's go, let's watch. And just the I'm so lost for words. Chokun Aston's chemistry, their relationship together, they're just so perfect. I love them so, and obviously this got them to me, just like scanning them, following them, and just like really excited to do what they're doing now, and not to just be in the too distant future. Obviously, I will be tuning in for 17th Spring.
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
So, yeah, Kim Mon, their relationship was just a lot of green flags for me, at least. There's so much communication. Kim was definitely like, yeah, he was not perfect, but they always just tried something. They made something work. Yes, it wasn't always going to be, but they like talked it out. It was never like, there was never anything like, oh, like anything negative in a way, like, you know what I mean? But very much like, I will talk it out, we'll work through it. And there was definitely no like negative response when Mon said that, you know, that like my ex was a girl, like, you know, like people can have both a girlfriend and a boyfriend. And when you don't like then,
exist.
you like now.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Right. Thank you.
It's like that changed,
Bisexuals
but
exist,
maybe
pansexuals exist, asexuals exist.
Yes.
Yes. It's
Okay,
important.
if y'all, if it doesn't make sense now, please let this be a thing. We exist. Everyone in this panel exists. Okay, so yes, Kim Mon. I don't want to go any further, but Kim Mon, I love you forever and ever, and you're my favorite side ship in 2025. Point blank. Period.
I love the passion.
I will die on that hill.
I
love the passion.
I will die on it.
I said, I'm trying to get this award. What you mean?
So, Jordi, who
Oh,
is your best side ship or character?
Shaqii mentioned it earlier, but Sun and Euro from Shine. It was just something about that forbidden love that just was so delicious and tasty. I don't know. And they just, I don't know, they made me feel things. They made me come alive again. I don't know. It was honestly just a feeling like they really played their characters up really well. There was so much like tension and like grit between them. And I enjoyed it so much. So they took my spot for side couple 2025.
Edison.
Really, all I have for side characters is all the characters for Chosen Home. They really made the show by being a supportive cast, but also helping the storyline flow. And they were just the most well-written side characters I think I've seen, because they weren't like forgotten or used for any purposes, like helping the main characters in like a supportive way. They really felt like a big community. I don't know how to explain it, but Chosen Home had the most interesting side characters for me. I don't have any memorable side couples for some reason. Like, I think most of the BLs we watched this year didn't include one, or at least a lot of the Japanese ones we watched didn't include one, unfortunately. But if we're on the topic of Shine, like, I felt like, I don't remember anyone's names anymore, but like, I felt like the side couple in that show was technically the main couple for me in that show, because they're the ones who really had the most stake and game in the storyline. And Mal Apple felt like they were there because they were Mal and Apple, and someone had to have a happy ending.
Wow. Let's get on to Topher. You have a best side ship or a couple or a character or side ship or character or both, or how you got something to say?
I do. First, going back to the main ship, honorable mention, because I mentioned at the top of the thing, I wasn't sure if we included as BL or it's in the queer space, but Shane and Ilya, heated rivalry.
Yes.
Just putting them out there. But for side ships, surprise. Kryler and Naran from Shine. Echoing everything that everyone has already said about them. There was a tension, there was a chemistry that was different from Appo and Miles' characters' dynamic. Like there were stakes. There was them in the back of this library tinkling on this piano. Like there was just this feeling, this tension where it's just like,
oh God, no.
And like outside of just like the sexy time shenanigans, it's just like I was really rooting for them. Where I was like, with Mile and Appo's characters, I said they could end up together, I'd be fine. They could not end up together, I'd be fine. Those two, I'm like, I need them together. Like, y'all have put me through too much with these for me not to get the ending that they deserve. I'm not going to talk about things, but they were my top ship. Honorable mention, also Jet and Charm from Kinjira. Love them. Adorable as shit. Nom, 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 nom. Just like that first scene, the first time that they made love and like they were awkward and didn't know how to kiss and like glasses are bumping. I'm like, this is the most adorable shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, y'all are the most precious little angels. I love y'all so much. And then if I were to give like a specific side character, again, it's may or may not be in the space, but Elena in Heated Rivalry, MVP, like MVP of a best friend.
Yep.
She got shit accomplished and live for her. Also, Justice for Chet and Park from Wicked Game.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say about that.
All right. Alexa, who is your best side ship or / character and or honorable mentions?
Or whatever. Yeah, I actually had Charn and Jet from Chemjira as my favorite side couple. Not necessarily that I like them more than Keem and Chem, but if it makes sense, I feel like they were just perfectly written to be a side couple. Like, their storyline made sense as a side couple. They were integrated into the main story, both as a relationship with their connections to the past lives, but also as individual characters being friends to Chem, and being tied into his life that way. And yeah, I've been drinking the Ton First One Kool-Aid since Songkrang is the big one, but even since before that, I actually really got interested in their project that was announced at Demundi last year, the YouTuber. So I was really excited to see them act in something. I did watch their little like vertical mini series that they did, but that was its own thing. And yeah, I was just really pleasantly surprised by seeing them in these characters. I thought it really set them up to step into main roles, and I just love Jet and Charm both as individuals and as a couple together in the show. And then if I had to shout out individual characters, it's kind of like a group of characters, but Watarai's friend group in School Trip joined a group I'm not close to. I love that little friend group. I thought they were so silly. They were so fun. They were also so supportive. Like, they wanted to see Hyoki and Watarai get together. They wanted to support them and encourage them to communicate with each other. And there was also like two in that little group that had some chemistry going on that they kind of played on a little bit. But yeah, I just thought they were such a fun and sweet friend group, and they honestly really made that show for me.
Oh, I'm gonna have to check that out. Send me a link.
Yeah,
I love that show. It's such a good little gem at the end of 2025.
Oh, nice.
right. So my best side chip is actually a side chip. Ton and Pong from My Magic Prophecy. Now, the thing about it is that I was watching My Magic Prophecy, and see, this thing, Jimmy and C did their thing. I didn't want any less of them, or any. It wasn't one of those series in which I see a side couple and I'm like, they're really the main one. They like Jimmy and C. It was their series that hold their own and things like that. But the Tong and Pong, just the way that they were with each other, this officer and this doctor, and the way that I was like, I want more of them. I don't know how I'm gonna get more of them. I don't know if it's going to be in this series, maybe a spin-off series or something like that. I love their chemistry. I love how cute they were together. I just loved all of that. Like that was my side chip, besides also Mon and Pon. But they were more of main characters. But also a side character was the assistant's dress in Sun Ming De. And she had this dress when she was walking around, was bouncing around and stuff like that. So it was a paid actor, and it was everything. that was yeah. So yeah, no, and also the side character from A Perfect Match. It was not a perfect show, but the best friend was like, your boyfriend's caused you problem. Break up with him. Don't go. I'm like. That's me. That's me. All right, cool. So now the very, very important category of what is your hidden gem? That series that nobody else talked about, or it just wasn't on the radar. It wasn't in like the BL news reels, GL news reels, and stuff like that. Like, what was that one thing that you're just like, oh my God, I found this amazing thing. Why aren't more people looking at this? Like, what is your problem? Look at this. But Edison, we'll start you off.
Okay, let's get my honorable mentions for the hidden gems up quickly. Depth of Field, I really enjoyed. A Japanese BL about two high school students, but there's a time skip. It's a photographer and a guy who likes singing. There was just a lot of longing that was unfulfilled, but then fulfilled. And it was really pretty. Then also the second season of 25 O'Clock in Akasaka. It was just a really good writing representation for what a second season for a couple that's already in a relationship could be like. So not like heavy breakup or cheating plots, just two people that really encourage and inspire each other in their professional careers. And then I don't know if anyone's watched this or seen it, but there's like these random shows that pop up on my social media, and it's like these Japanese guys on a train, and the train is like moving and slamming.
Yes, I saw those. Yes.
I haven't watched the actual thing, but yes, I know the clip.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about as well too.
I was like,
like everybody thinks, so it's not really a hidden gem if everybody's seen it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It happened a few times.
I was like, this doesn't need a storyline. It's good enough as it is. It's just bodies, trains slamming, you know, being like, oh, hey, you know, you're this close, blah, blah, blah. And it was saucy. But my hidden gem is kind of odd. It's this reality TV show called Love Casting. It's in Taiwan.
That
you
one.
know it. So it's I don't know how to describe it. It's like an experimental kind of like show where they take aspiring actors and give them BL acting workshops. And just throughout the process and the journey, it's just a very like endearing look on people just chasing their dreams and passions, but also like a sincere exploration of BL and how that relates to the actors and the industry. And there's cameos like who's the main lead from Joe from My Stand-In is one of the panelists, and that's entertaining. But I think, yeah, the main thing is really the friendships and the bonds, and it's just kind of an honor to be a part of their journey or be, glimpse a part of their journey in their pursuit to chase the dreams. And I feel like that's inspirational and beautiful. So it's kind of queer. It's mostly queer, but I would put it as my hidden gem.
Alexa.
My hidden gem was Knockout, the series. I felt like I was one of 5 people on the internet watching this show when it was airing. And it's so funny because months later, scenes from like their NC scenes keep going viral. And I'm like, where were you guys when the show was on air? But that said, it was a D-Hub House show. I am a D-Hub House girly. I've loved almost every project they've put out. And it's about a Muay Thai boxer and this freshly graduated guy who his dad dies. He's in a lot of debt and he ends up working as a boxing promoter at this Muay Thai boxer's gym to kind of make money and work off this debt. And there's a lot of commentary on, I think D-Hub House always has a lot of good commentary on social economic issues. Like there's a lot of things that are just a larger mystery that all ties everyone together. There was really good chemistry between the leads, like one of those lightning in a bottle chemistry moments that we probably won't see again based on where the leads are moving now. But yeah, I think it was a really underrated show that I thought would pique more people's interest. But, just kind of when it was airing, just kind of there are few of us that were there, were loving it and really tuned into what was happening. So that's my number one. I was also going to mention Boys in Love, but everyone here has like talked about it so much. It doesn't feel like a hidden gem, but I felt like I was
it anyway. It's okay.
Yeah. I just felt like
it needs more love.
My thing is I understand the sentiment that high school BLs, especially when you're older, we're all adults here, don't really resonate. But I think high school BLs are some of the things that GMMTV does best. If you look at like My School President, Boys in Love, 23.5, Only Boo. They have a lot of really good high school shows. And I think Boys in Love just fit in right in that. I loved everything about that show. I was tuned in every Sunday. It was another one of my comfort watches of last year. And I'd recommend that everyone give it a go. So that was also one I had as a hidden gem.
Topher's only 19 though. I don't know if anyone knew.
That's true. Thank you, Edison.
What? Topher?
Okay, so getting that teenager point of view, Topher, what is your hidden gem?
Your youthful point of view.
Well, I feel like I haven't heard anyone talk about Shine or Heated Rivalries.
Right.
Well,
Heated what?
Under the radar.
Crowded, honey.
Don't know her.
I think my hidden gem would have to be Chosen Home. Edison's talked about it a number of times. I hadn't heard of it. I didn't really see any discourse about it. If it wasn't for Edison like tapping me on the shoulder, like, "Hey, these now going to react to this next. Would you like to join us for this?" I probably never would have watched it, and I'm so glad that I did watch it. Because one of the things I said in so many of those reactions is like Edison was talking about the side characters playing such an important part of the universe. Like it feels like such a lived-in world where it's like you do have these main characters, but all of these side characters are not here just to facilitate pushing the main storyline. They have their own independent storylines, independent of the main ship. They have their own, and there's so much cross-pollination between the characters. Like this side character will meet this side character in one episode. The next episode, this one is interacting with this one. Somehow we come, like there's so much just intermingling between these characters that it feels like a community. It feels like a real world. It feels like a place, a living, breathing organism versus just, okay, well, here's this main storyline and here are these fun side people. And the landlady is just MVP. We live for the landlady. She's everything. Yes. So there's that. Another one that it probably had attention, but I just wasn't paying attention to the interwebs a lot. And I came across it Ayaka's Love with Hiroko season 2. Because I was looking for more GLs to dive into, and I asked my stream chat. I was like, "Hey, give me some suggestions," and we voted on poll, and that's what ended up winning. And I watched through the first season. I was like, "This is great." Oh, you mean a second season came out this year? Perfect. And I'm just like, "Oh, this is lovely." No one asked for it. I didn't see a bunch of discourse about it, but I'm like, I enjoyed this. I being here. It's fun. Everything that Ayaka wore is iconic. Fashion queen.
What? There was no discourse on about the GLs? Oh,
I mean,
that's a shocker.
I mean, aside from conversation, anytime I see DC,
Right. Shaqii. What about your hidden gem?
I don't know, because I talked about it with two people before. I haven't seen anyone that I know talk about it online. I've had my whole foot in this series since it started. It's not a BL, it's none of that, but it is within the queer space, LGBT space. It's a reality show called Love X.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
You have to watch the finale.
And because when it comes to reality shows, I think I've lost my feel for them after I watched the first season of The Boyfriend. Ugh. And I was like, okay, I'm looking for something else. And Love X came about, and I'm like, wait, similar concept, but it's everything. It's not just that; it's everything. And seeing these people come together and really just figure it out, I really liked watching, to be honest. And especially the last episode. I'm not going to spoil anything, but the last episode had me just sad. So, but I really did enjoy Love It a lot, 100%. If you've not seen it, please go watch it. But yeah, that's mine.
Sure. Jordi.
Oh, side note, just a quick question. Alexa, I might be wrong. Isn't Time from Love X one of the main characters in Knockout?
No. Oh,
Is that not him?
No, I don't think so.
No.
That's not
I'll touch base on it, Jordi.
Oh, okay.
Don't
Put
worry.
a pin in it.
Put a pin in it.
Okay. Because I was like, wait, I think he was in a BL, but
No.
He was in a BL called The Whisperer that came out a few years back. Yeah, he was in that. That's the first time I've ever seen him.
Okay. Well, my hidden gems, that was 2024. I already mentioned I Hear the Sunspot. But if we're talking 2025,
Oh my God.
I have an honorable mention. It's Secret Relationships. It's a Korean BL. You want some mess?
That's
If you want some mess, that series will take you through a roller coaster. Oh my gosh. The only thing I think it's really good at, and I think DC mentioned it, but Korean BLs are really good at putting enough substance in a short amount of time. You don't have to worry about being dragged for however many episodes to get to the point. And a lot of times there's not a lot of empty space in them. And I think Secret Relationships did a really good job at that. At the end of it, I didn't feel like I needed like any fill-in moments or any more background story of the characters. It just, it was an easy watch. It was a quick watch, and I enjoyed every moment of it. That's my honorable mention, but my hidden gem is another Korean BL. It's My Secret Vampire. I thought that series was so cute. It was so cute.
So cute.
I love the pairing of a really, really tall, like golden retriever boyfriend and then a shorter, like, meanie. I don't, for lack of better terms, a little meanie, like, a black cat character. So I love that pairing, and I think they did it so well. It was so cute.
God, I should have changed my side ship to that little side ship. And my
Oh, yeah.
They were
Yes,
so
them too.
cute.
You see,
That was fine ass.
Yes, sir.
I totes misspoke. And
Yeah,
I
because
just caught myself that I misspoke. So swallow that, but please go watch that show. My bad. Oh my God. How did I just speak there? So sorry.
about what?
Maybe I was obsessed. Love X didn't come out last year. It came out this year.
Well, I was going to stop you, but I was like,
Yeah, this year. I'm like,
yeah.
Not this year. So
What
sorry.
did you?
Well,
What
if that's the case, me and T. Me and T is in my top. Take it back. Continue.
Shaqii, you gotta give. I'm gonna come back to you after we get to Kearne.
I have it. I don't know if it's a secret gem or not, because not everybody was talking about it, at least not in my circle. Secret Lover. I really enjoyed Secret Lover.
You know what? I saw that. I didn't. I know. I saw the whole thing for that. But was that good?
It's Taiwanese, but it was a really good series, and how it was all put together. Childhood friends fall in love with each other. It was very, very good. I enjoyed it a lot. If you haven't watched,
They did it in the bathroom in episode 1.
yes, they did.
No, I didn't watch it because I thought they were going to go the My Stubborn route. And I was done with My Stubborn.
Well, no, my stubborn went down. It was good. It was good. It was very, very good. Because some people really don't like the whole like raunchiness of stuff, but to me, it was good. But no, Secret Lover was really, really, really good.
Also, he's not in. I was thinking Knockout because I guess it's like boxing themed, but he's going to be in a BL with one of the characters from what's that volleyball or not volleyball? That volleyball BL. I watched it and it was
History 2, Crossing the Line.
I love your taste. I love
Correct.
Yeah, he's gonna be in a B. Oh, twins. That's it. Yeah, he's gonna be some main character in a BL with one of the characters for that. But it's
wait, that series. I know what you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, dang.
Yeah.
Okay. Kearne.
Before I mention my hidden gem, a couple honorable mentions. Actually, it was going to be part of my top 3, but Knockout is actually also an honorable mention of mine for a hidden gem because I reacted to this one on Twitch and I was getting my absolute life. And Jordi, the one who you're thinking about is Nice. He's from Boys Planet.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how I knew that this show was coming out because I was all over Boys Planet, still am, or I like to call it Gays Planet. So
definitely, even the new group is definitely they're.
I don't know what's going on with the Planet series, but it's very much very gay. But yes, Nice was in Boys Planet, and that's how I knew that he was in Knockout. And then I was so excited for that, and then I watched it, and I'm like, oh yeah, they're eating, literally. Eating.
Yeah.
They're eating each other up. And D Hub House, they know how to do those scenes. They know how to go there. And especially the amount of time they like definitely worked on those scenes with their coordinator. Yeah, eat it up. So that's definitely an honorable mention for a hidden gem. Also, oh God, I had one, but I lost it. Let me see if I remember. But my hidden gem, I technically already said it, is Mute Love, specifically High by My Luck, but I also want to add in the one that came after it too, which is Diva Deva Mata, because I love specific. Let me talk about Diva Deva Mata first. So Diva Deva Mata, that one is very much femme representation down. We have three friends. Well, no. Four friends who are just very much girls. But the amount of shenanigery that happened in that, it's again very much unserious, but also like the things that they tackled in that show, very much like, oh, like deep down, like the power of friendship, you know, but very like they were all coming for each other's throats because like they all saw something, like they were kind of jealous about each other. But throughout those 4 episodes, one person, freaking Neo's character, was possessed by this
Fucking Neo.
spirit being, whatever. But
Right, Edison.
Why would you even say that?
I came out of nowhere. I'm sorry.
ooh, I'm a pin that, so I know where to go with to watch this back. But yeah, the things that went down in this, it was very much unserious. I got my laughs in this thing, and I also watched this one on stream, and I had a great ass time with this series. So very much Diva Devamata. I love just the representation and what it stood for and what it was doing in that series. And the one I wanted to talk about, High by My Luck, was the first one in the Mood to Love series. Kearne really did their thing. Again, I really saw myself in this series because, very much a nerd, very much love math. And I low-key wish I had this kind of thing in school, but like kind of relationship-wise, but obviously not. But yeah, Kearne really did their thing. I loved how they like supported each other and how they really saw in each other. Because C's character was very much like introverted, didn't know who anybody was, but you know, with the competition of like, I'm gonna be first, I'm gonna be second, and apart from that, they very much like saw who they are in each other and just very much lifted each other up. And I really love that for them, and just was all over that. And the 4 episodes, just those little segments, I was like, I'm complete. I love that. I love that. And it's very much digestible. Very shorter episodes, shorter episode length, but the content, the quality it's there. So very much those 2, High by My Luck and Diva Devamata, I very much is a hidden gem for me. And I'm excited for Surf Java's one because I think that's the very last one. Of course, start with the BL, end with the BL. So I am excited for what that one has to bring because, I already got with that one. I'm going to do with this. So if I remember the one I wanted to say, I will chime in at the very end. But that's pretty much what I got for my hidden gems.
But which diva were you?
Ooh, who do you? Let's put it out there. Who did you think?
Oh.
He's definitely Fluke.
Lego.
You're Fluke.
That's crazy.
I feel like
If
your
you get-
wig would be so huge. Like,
Hello? I'm telling you, he has that down. Like, he just
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you say whatever you want to say. I'll just go with it. I'll roll along.
So my hidden gems for the year, I just have one honorable mention, and that is a GL, of course. Actually, I didn't even say any GL, but roller coaster. Like I didn't really hear anything about it, but I was like a short around and stuff like that. Outside of the GL gay interwebs, but I watched this and I like it when shows are named the feeling that you get while watching it. And it was a roller coaster. And you're just like, oh, they better do this. Oh, they better. Oh my goodness. And it's like one of those, and much like a roller, you can't get off. And you're just like, I'm starting this ride. I want to see it. I want to see it through. And I loved it. I just loved it. And it was just some sort. But my number one pick is Secrets Hidden on Leachy Island. Leachy Island.
I've heard such good things about that show.
And this is the other reason why I've been saying Chinese BLs have been just doing it for me. Like Kill to Love, Sketchy Job, and then Secrets Hidden on Leachy Island. It, for me, and I'm not just saying it gave that feel of I Told Sunset About You, I Promised You.
Mhm.
And it took this growth through youth and then growing up and just like, okay. And there was a lot of pregnant pauses and not it, sometimes in I watch a series, there's just space and it's wasted space. But those periods of space say so much because like sometimes you have like series in which you give you like this West Wing rapid fire of all this other kind of stuff. But these are like people who are growing up who are unsure of what they're going to say. And so they're not going to always reply quickly and they're feeling it and taking it. And I just love this series. Also, it's short. But it just takes it from them working at a summer camp, and then that's where it goes, and it takes them to when they're in high school. I'm not high school, college, and everything that happens after that. Now, that's the base show, which is about 8. But of course, they have like additional things and other things like that. But that series is just so good. I love the way it's shot. It's not like a really high production, glossy things. And I think that adds to the texture of the story. And it just is an amazing, I tell anyone to watch it. And it was suggested to me, and I don't take suggestions. So that brings us to the end. What are your hopes for 2026 in the era of BL, GL, the series, and just all that kind of good stuff? What are your hopes? What do you want to see? What are you excited about coming down the road? All that kind of good stuff. Let's start off with Kearne.
So I have 3.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yes. Whatever the answer is, yes. I have 3 hopes and wishes for 2026. 2 are more for like the industry. The last one is more for like personal wise. I might get a little controversial in a second. My first hope,
we love controversy,
and wish for 2026: less flops. Let me explain.
I got bad news for you, baby.
No. Let me explain what I mean by a flop. Because it's very much going to be, this is all up to interpretation. Let me just put that out there. But for right now, my definition of a flop is if you don't get me by at least episode 2, maybe 3, you're done. Cut off. So like I get it. There's this thing as like do it for the long run, right? And or like there's the long burn or whatever. But there's only so much I can take, and there's so many other shows that I can get with, and a lot of us have things outside of reacting that we don't got time and energy to do these things. Like if you're gonna get me. Because if you don't get me, I'm not gonna get with you. So that's what I mean by a flop. A lot of us are doing this just as a one man, one woman, one them operation. We have to take time out of our schedule to do this, edit, send it off. A lot of times just like get the permission to do it, and sometimes get those permissions and then get rescinded, which is kind of crazy to me. But just there's a process, y'all. There's a whole process to doing this. And if this thing is not hitting by at least episode 2, maybe 3, then unfortunately I don't got that kind of time anymore. And we just gotta go, you know? So hopefully, I know it's not gonna be 100%, but at least let's make it a thing to where it's less of a flop for us as an audience of this BLGL thing.
Before you move on, do you think your definition of a flop would change if you weren't reacting to the series?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. There's definitely different variations between watching as a viewer and watching as a reactor. Technically, they technically can go hand in hand, but at the same time, I'm like, if I'm just watching this, then whatever, right? But if I'm reacting to it, then you got to get me. You got to keep me interested, right? Like, sure, you let's be quite honest here. A lot of us are just here for like the reactions and what your thoughts are. If that's the case, thank you. But at the same time, it's like, y'all, we gotta keep this moving. So that's what I mean. But yes, definitely there is a variation of what that definition of a flop means, depending on what the viewpoint is. So yeah. So that's one.
I'll come back to that.
Because definitely. Number 2, this might be huge, but if y'all can do it, amazing. My second hope is having more leading opportunities for actors that are usually casted as support characters.
Right.
Because we can name a whole bunch of people like Sammy, AJ, JJ, the twins.
Wasted.
Like yes, wasted opportunity. And if
everybody was
Hello.
and that's just GMMTV. Like what the other companies, any and all of them, you guys can name them. But there's so much untapped potential that could be put to these things. And yeah, obviously a lot of these companies are already doing their thing for 2026. So, it's never too late to switch things up. I always say this, like I love when these companies like switches things up from ships to to roles that a person can play, because it honestly just takes one role to make them propel into whatever it is. And if they're just stuck at being a support character or a side character, if they're just being typecasted in such a way, they're only going to go so far. So that's what I mean by that second one. So less flops, having more leading opportunities for actors that are usually casted as support characters. And the last one is me personally having more opportunities to see and meeting actors in like fan meetings. So as y'all know, may or may not know, GMMTV is doing a fan day event in March, both in New York and LA. So I am hopefully going to the one here in LA right after the Lycan concert, because I'm definitely going there. I already have my ticket. I've had my ticket for that. But now my thing is, am I gonna go to go see these actors? Most likely yes, but we'll see. I'm still trying to figure things out. But but I'm loving that this was a conversation that was already had like years ago. But it's fast forward to today. I love that there are already a whole bunch of opportunities thanks to these companies. Not a sponsor, but like Starstruck and everybody else. Just like everybody, they're seeing the kind of interest over here, at least in the US, and of course other places around the world. I'm not cutting y'all off, but I love that it's not just Thailand, like just Asia in general. Like there is other places that love these shows and want to see these actors, but obviously having the time, the opportunity, the means to do that is very much a hope and a wish that I have for me this year and for everybody for this year, because I want you guys to meet your favorite ships. And hopefully these companies and these people who do these opportunities do give them to us. So those are my wishes for 2026. I've talked too much. Y'all have listened to me too much. So yeah, hopefully you guys agree with me. If you don't, go argue against the wall, but I digress.
Jordi, what are your hopes, wishes for 2026?
Okay, I have two. The first one is to kind of extrapolate a little bit more on the side characters getting more main roles. I hope that companies fish for unknown actors a lot more. I think there's a beauty and there is a surprise factor when you get someone who no one's ever seen before and they just kill a role. I think that's something, and I feel like there's so much talent in the world for, us to be just circulating the same actors. Like, I get it, if they're, great, you want to cast somebody that will do a good job. But I think there is some beauty in finding unknown actors that can really bring that role to life. And then my second one is, I hope that BL just continues exploring very niche concepts, different, highlighting different types of sexualities, different types of people. I hope that there's a lot more balance in romance and plot when it comes to BLs. Like, I understand that, like, you're going to get, the romance BLs that are heavy on the romance, but I do enjoy a nice balance. I like having a super, super deep plot and then seeing the characters get together through that plot. So, I just hope companies do a little bit more of that. But those are my two hopes for 2026.
Okay. Edison, what are your wishes and hopes for 2026?
I don't know. I don't have much. I just sequels, Joe Boys 2, any sequels, so I don't have to like figure out what's going on, so I can pick and choose. Girls Rule is coming out, so
yes,
I want messiness and destruction.
Yes.
I mean, there's so many shows coming out that I can't watch the majority of them, and if I do, I have to watch them on double speed because the pacing is kind of a bit slow for my attention span right now. But
why would you say that about the next Prince, girl?
See, now you're lucky. See, now if Kayla was here,
Kayla is not here, Edison. You are lucky Kayla's not here.
My mom.
Oh, you know what's funny? I did watch it on 2 times speed. So I'm sorry. I was trying to catch up though. I was trying to catch up.
Kayla, click off the video. Click off the video. Kayla.
They don't need a Kayla. They're hungry. They haven't had a Snickers. It's been 2 hours.
That is hilarious.
Wow. That's
it. Just give me the summary and I'll decide if it's good or not. I'm flopping it at the summary. There's a premise. There we go.
That's fair. That's fair. You don't get me there. Bye.
Shaqii, what are your hopes, wishes, dreams for 2026?
Dreams?
Dreams can come true. Look at me. I'm living truth.
Dreams? Honey, I have so many, but no. I kind of basically said what I was going to say, but longer.
Thanks.
No, not like no shade, babe. But more so like I was telling this to Jordi and Alyssa on one of our the podcast episodes that we did, and I might have called out 2 shows because they lost me while I was already interested. I can't do that this year. I'm not one to waste time. My job is taxing. It takes a lot to get these going. But if you're not catching my attention, I will stop watching you. I don't care if I'm on episode 7 or 8, 9, 12, who gives a damn? I will stop. Because it's just about not wasting time for me anymore. And maybe if I was not watching, I'd feel differently, but I don't think I will. Because if I can figure out your plot line by 6, and then I'm like, I just can't do it. Fleshed out storylines that make sense. As Jordi said, keep them balanced. I'm full agreement with that too for this year. I'd love that. And this is kind of a selfish thing. I want to have it where I can see and meet and just interact with the faces I'm seeing right now. Call it crazy, but I feel it because we're all in the same space. It's lovely when I get a chance to shake your hands, give you a hug even, and say, I appreciate you for what you do. You're a good person, blah, blah, blah. And we just have a good time. Call that a selfish thing I want for 2026. More of that this year. And, meeting the actors ain't that bad either.
No, go back your eyes.
No, I think the main thing is just a better layout of shows and nothing too typical that I can figure out within like the first 6 episodes.
My one wish, my main wish that I always have in the BL and GL space and in media in general, is just more diversity, in gender expression, more sexualities represented, more body diversity. I would love to see some thick people in these shows, for once in my life. So more non-binary representation. I know we've got a GL coming up that has a non-binary actor in it, which I'm very excited about. But yeah, just more diversity in the people they're casting and the characters that they're showing, the characters that they're writing. That's always going to be my hope for this genre, this sphere of media. And I would also love to see a step away from, this is more specific to Thai BL, all of the focus on trending, because I feel like a lot of the dip in quality we are seeing in BL productions comes from a focus on wanting to get shows out quickly so we can trend shows, trend couples. And I think if we step back from focusing on trending, we could spend a lot more time on making quality productions and not feeling like you're under a scope to get things out in a certain time frame to hit certain numbers and things like that. So I'd love to see it. I don't know if it's ever going to happen. Eventually, I don't know if it'll happen this year, but I would love to see trending become less of a thing again, and more focus on what the show is actually saying and what the characters, what the writing is and stuff like that. And then if I had like a little bit of a selfish one that is kind of hyper specific, I have been sailing, not a ship, I would say. I have been sailing the idea of Peter Pan and Fluke in a drama since 2023. And I think we are closer this year than ever based on what I've been seeing on social media lately. So that is my dream/wish in terms of a project actors I would like to see work together
They just
in
get married already.
2026.
Thank you.
Listen. And when it happens, you will hear from me. So
Here we
Oh,
go.
that would be nice. They've been looking so nice on social media lately, especially recently.
Topher,
Yeah.
what are your hopes for 2026? Your dreams? Which one do you want to sleep with? I mean,
Oh,
Well, speaking of that, I have an honorable mention for top shit that I forgot. Waving lava from that summer.
you know
Winnie is my
what?
everything. Winnie is my everything. He is one of my new favorite husbands. He's still a little young, but So yes, want to throw that out there. Also, the uncle and the doctor side ship, they can get it too.
Yes. Oh my God.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
They were.
yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
But that woman who just gave up the baby for no reason, she was just like, take the baby. I'm like, what? You still want to be around? No, just take the baby. Well, we got
It's
to
like
see.
Issa eating that baby in Insecure.
Right.
But yes, hopes for 2026. Shine 2. I don't think it's going to happen, but I can manifest. There's no reason for them to give it to me, but I can manifest. But if we're talking like structural things in the world of BL, I would love them to keep exploring more genres. Because I feel like the last couple of years, we've been doing a good job of moving away from like, here's high school, here's university, here's your office. And it's like, last year we had Omegaverse, we had ABO Desire, we had Pit Babe 2, we had Thailand's self-proclaimed first BL series and not that's coming out sometime soon. No, apparently. You had a lot of supernatural series, Kemjira, Goddess Bless You from Death. Like they're starting to explore revamp, which was whatever. My Golden Blood, which is whatever. But still they're exploring ideas, and I appreciate the fact that they're exploring these different genres. So I would love them to keep giving that, because like I think is a common consensus here. Like there's so many series out there, we can't watch them all, but I know that, hey, I'm a horror movie fan. I love horror, obviously. Like, I love horror. So like, if you tell me that there's a horror themed BL, I'm like, I will be liable to put that higher up on my list. Like, cause that might be more akin to my taste. Whether they do it well or not is questionable, but I was still be sad and
pretty
ready.
close to watching every BL, considering how many.
I mean,
but not finishing it. That's a
I don't finish. I don't finish them all. I will touch and start them. I ain't got time to
finish a lot of ones.
right.
He said, "I'll just touch and agree and move on."
you got it. Like Kearne was saying, you got to be something special to keep me for the full duration, or my patrons got to vote on it and then they pay me for that. So I'm like, okay, fine. I will. But I'd also love us to continue the idea of not necessarily mixing up ships, because I know, especially Thailand is a very big ship industry. But I would love us to at least be open to the idea of in series mixing ships. Like that's one thing I loved about Only Friends. Like, yes, these actors are their respective ships, but in character, they were still allowed to intermingle. And, there's a potential that these characters would get together. Burnout Syndrome. Obviously, we know it's an off-gun series, but the fact that we do here, and there is this intermingling of these characters, I'm like, oh, yes, this is delicious. Give me, like, just mix and match. You can keep them their pair at the end, but like more mixing and matching, because that's one thing I loved about Pod and Gawain, because like for the longest time they were just free agents just roaming the BL universe. They're like, I never stayed with the same person twice. Now they seem to be kind of locked into their ships with their respective partners, and that's fine.
Did I hear
like,
Sunmorg? What?
Yeah, yes.
Sunmorg mentioned 2020.
Sunmorg supremacy.
Yes.
I will never move on.
The Sunmorg sequel. I need that in 2026. I need Wuchu's Bakery to drop. It's not going to happen, but I need it.
Apparently that's not happening anymore.
I need Tangi to be free from prison.
Oh my god!
Oh yes, always.
I need more Milk Love just in general.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Only Friends 2. They keep saying it's coming out this year. Hopefully, it does. It's not Road to Kingdom, but for love of God, I can't remember what it is called. The fourth Gemini series.
Ticket to Heaven.
Oh, Ticket to Heaven.
Ticket to Heaven.
Religious trauma. Yeah.
Yes, that I need. And Restart.
Restart.
Yeah. I watched a pilot trailer for that like a year ago. It feels like I'm like, I need it yesterday. I need Tommy back on my screen. I need this. So yes, those are specific series I'd like to see. But yeah, just keep mixing things up. Variety's the spice of life.
I agree.
A throuple. Give me a throuple. I've been asking for like 6 years. Give me a throuple.
Oh my God. Do you remember the days of freaking 3 would be right?
Yes. Give me the 3 would be free special episode. What are they doing now?
Speaking of, if y'all want a good throuple, my husband and my husband's boyfriend.
I've been told about
that. I heard of that.
I didn't get it.
Yeah. We watched that last year, Jason. Yeah, we watched that last year. That was like in last year's thing.
Oof, it could have been a deep night. Oh my God.
Oh, deep night. Wow.
Okay.
Oh, that should have been one.
But that was like 2 years ago.
That was 2024.
Right.
But Shogun, you will see me on your screen again. Oh my God. I'm so excited. Thank you, Shaqii, for that info earlier, by the way.
So my hopes and wishes for 2026 is just kind of like, but this is what I said last year, and I got a little bit of this year. And I guess this is like going on from what Kearne's saying, not so much like a no more flops. I just want shorter series. You don't understand when I'll put in, and I have this saying where I'll watch the whole thing, but I don't like when I see 14 episodes or 12 episodes already for the jump, and then
24.
You have 14 episodes, and I'm watching it, and none of the episodes are consistent in time. Like some are like 50 minutes, another one is an hour and 15 minutes. I'm like, what are you doing? Why can't you be like even all the way through? So I need shorter series because even with these long series, for me, I feel like there's wasted space. There's like, oh, this could have been episode. This could have been an email. Like, why are we doing this? And I understand why they're doing it. They're doing it for fan service, just because people just want to see people on their screen. But I'm like, you got to do something. You got to do something. And with that, just the way that I've also seen this year, they've started to do this. Better stories. And if you have, see, this is the thing. If you have better stories, you're able to get new faces in there and new people to act and stuff like this. But if you have a mediocre story, of course, you're going to get those big name ships in there to take the story and to go, because then you have people coming up seeing the ship. I have watched an off-gun series or two because I was like, okay, this is an off-gun series. This is what I'm working for. And this story, whatever, but I'm watching it for that. But if we get better stories, I mean, you can have like other people come up and do those other things. And also I enjoy that. One series that I'm really looking forward to, Cranium.
Oh, yes.
I am
Free
waiting.
Becky, we need you.
Becky.
I saw, I think it like mid-year or something like that. I saw the trailer for that and I was like, I wanted it to come out last year. Like I was like, I want this. Was this coming out? Was it because also I had my petrichor and it was giving me, and just like I know it's going to be good. I know it's going to be good. I just need that. So yeah, shorter series, more. I think for shorter series, impactful. We can do that. Cranium. Please give me Cranium. Please.
On what you said about the shorter series, I agree, because if you take it back to those who've been here since like the age of like 2020 BL, guys fit in so much in such a short span of time, and you don't see that no more. In a sense, but like that is kind of.
Can we get the Filipino BLs back? Also,
Baby, they never went anywhere. Sereno.
You know what?
Do I need to get on that?
I liked everything from
Sereno.
Was it Got My Eyes on You, except for the ending.
Sky Valley.
Yeah, and also yes.
Oh baby, don't touch that.
I'm not going to say a word about the stance of Filipino BLs right now because, I'm afraid that I may get...
Also, Game Boys NYC, where are you at?
Right?
Yes. In terms of timing, they can have the capacity to do it. I just don't understand why it's not being done. But
listen, Game Boys NYC, yes. All right. Anybody have anything else?
I have a question for everybody. Are you surprised that certain shows weren't mentioned? Because I have like a list in my head of very popular shows that people have requested from us to react to. And I'm like, if they're heavily requested, are they the best ones? Like, nobody mentioned it.
No, not necessarily.
Because people, especially sometimes the masses, are prisoners of the moment. I've said this before and I'll say it again. A lot of times people are prisoners of the moment, and this is the greatest thing that's going on. This has the greatest whatever hype right now. But then if we look back on it like a year ago or like 2 years ago, it's like people are like, so yeah.
And from the reactor side of things, I think, and it's happened to me a couple of times, where people will request something for one specific moment in the series. And I
gotta wait.
No engagement until I get to that moment, and then it's like it dissipates. And I'm like,
everybody,
y'all is, but
and it's sad because there's so many other series out here, but you recommended this one, and now I'm sad that I took your recommendation No offense.
Told me to react to a moments video.
You know what I'm saying?
Although I will say I am surprised, not from me, but that no one mentioned tempo.
Because that's not 2025.
Are you sure?
It ended in 2025.
That's
That's the same logic like me and thee.
No. If it ended in 2025, it's 2025. That's why I'm freaking.
Your
Petrichor.
Sky ended in 2025.
It ended in 2025. It's when it ends.
Well, if we're going to go with that logic, then you should not have cut out Me and T, because Me and T started in 2024 and ended in 2025.
No,
Right.
Me and T started in
other way,
2025.
plus
It
one
ended
on all those.
yesterday.
It ended right now.
It ended yesterday.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then that kind of makes
When it ends.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't
You know
Okay, then if that was the case, Tampa would have been on the
Yeah,
list.
Tampa was
definitely.
Right. That's also why I'm surprised that Karen, you didn't say tempo more. And I was just like, okay.
Redo the video.
Right. All right. Let's start over.
Hi guys.
Run it back.
Run it back.
Because I was waiting for it. I was at top three, and Karen didn't say
Tampa
tempo.
was
And I'm
number
like,
2 on my ranking of shows that I made in my head. Tampo's number 2 for me.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so who's doing a redaction for tempo?
Karen, Shaqii.
Oh, here we go again. Yeah. Lord.
Are there any
But can I
Perfect 10-liners fans in the house?
Oh,
Actually, what Jordi was saying.
Pixie would be with you on that. Pixie had perfect 10 liners.
I
as
love
one of her
perfect
faves.
liners. It was good.
Yeah, was that also? Yeah, that was last year, wasn't it? It sure was.
Jordi was talking about people requesting a certain reaction to a moment, but we had to watch the whole series. Like, a show came up in my mind about what you might be referencing. I'm like, we're not naming names, but maybe
You can name names.
Name them.
what if we all did a countdown and then named the series that we think?
No.
I mean, that's fine. This is not my channel. We
Not doing it. Oh, geez.
I don't
Bring the
react,
smoke.
so I'm staying out of this one.
I'm not.
Um,
Yeah, I'm not having them people come over to DC from DC and mess with me.
Okay. In regards to that, though, no one should feel some forms or whatever because you have your opinion. You are entitled to that, and that's just what it is. I've learned my lesson. It is not a problem. If you don't like the series that I like, it is okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But are we thinking the same one? Are we thinking the same one?
I don't know.
oh.
Does it have
There's
to
only one
do
way
with...
to find out.
You want to stop recording and then ask them? No, you need to
No,
stop.
just cut. And it's all in
All right,
edit.
look.
Remember, it's
Hey,
all
look.
in
Hey,
edit.
look, we're going to end this right now, but you have to go to the Patreon for the extra for the highest tier Patreon for this. For
I will
the
give one
unedited.
more honorable mention to the X Morning because it brought about the birth of the nipple report.
Oh.
It's been a staple in reactions ever since.
I didn't finish that one. I did First Sancto so bad with that. Oopsies. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll end this.
But yes,
here.
I'm definitely adding to
Yeah, just tempo top 3.
It's
All
there. Definitely top.
All right, we'll end it here before we get really salacious.
But that's the best time. That's after hours.
No. So,
All y'all in the East Coast. Sheesh. Maybe. Except Edison.
I'm on my East Coast.
Yeah.
That's true.
I-
East Coast people.
I want to say thank you to Jordi, Shaqii, Topher, Alexa, Kearne, Edison, all for coming out for our year in review, BL 2025. I hope that to see everyone here next year for even more BLs and GLs and series. Also, if you get a chance, follow everybody with all of their socials down below. Go follow. They do good work. Some people have back catalogs are deep. They are deep. They've been doing this for a long time. So it's not just the current stuff. They've been at this. They've been at this for a long time. They ain't new to this. They true to this. So go follow them.
Yes, we just started following Rook on the Twitch stream. So come join us.
I was there for that.
So with that, we will see you during the year, but I'll see you next year, everyone. Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Bye.